Well, as you know, we haven't really had much of a winter, but spring is here officially. Many people starting to work in the yard, getting ready for summer. And as Delmarva Life's Brian Spiros tells us, the folks at Stockley Materials in Georgetown can help whether you're looking to put in a flower bed or an entire patio. Take a look at this.
The spring weather is here, and that means many people are starting to get their yards in top shape, especially when it comes to landscaping. In fact, people have already gotten a head start. With the mild winter we've had, that should come at no surprise.
Actually, this year it's starting a little early. You know, it's been so warm for the last few weeks and actually for the most of the winter, but everybody's itching to get out in their yard.
Ken Adams is the owner of Stockley Materials, which sits right along DuPont Boulevard in Georgetown. Adams says because of the weather, they've started opening on weekends 3 weeks sooner than usual. And the business boasts everything you can think of.
We have pretty much everything for the homeowner, from mulch to decorative stone to topsoil.
And when you pull into Stockley Materials, you can see all the options available to you. Rocks of every size to mulch of every color. In fact, it's interesting to know there are trends when it comes to mulch. Who would have ever thought?
It just seems like there's, the red will be, the popular color for a little while. And then the red slows down and the black seems to be popular, or the dyed brown.
And if you don't know what to do with your yard to give it that curb appeal or need advice, that's covered.
Like whether or not they want mulch or a stone in a flower bed or, around the house, it kind of depends on how big of an area they have and what kind of aesthetics they're looking for and ease of maintenance. The stone, you put the fabric down in the stone one time, it's usually pretty much you're done with it for the season. Mulch, takes a little more maintenance to it.
If you need a modest amount of stone or mulch, you can just come pick it up. And if you need much more than that, Stockley Materials delivers to all of Sussex County. Now let's talk about pavers and the different uses they can serve in your yard.
We supply the different types of pavers and styles and recommend, what we think would work.
And this setup right here is just one example of what you can do with these pavers.
Sure, it's just a small example of what you can do, from the columns to the walls or the fire pit, which would be a nice centerpiece to any backyard.
Stockley Materials has preferred contractors who they use when it comes to making a project out of pavers. And if it's a job that's not too labor intensive, you can even do it yourself.
I think the pavers have become a lot more popular because, again, it can be a do-it-yourself instead of just a plain concrete sidewalk. They can, get something that has a little flair to it, a little design edge that maybe matches the house a little better than just a white concrete sidewalk. That's really popular.
And if you live in Delaware, you probably know that landfills don't allow yard waste to be dumped in them. So if you need a place to bring your tree trimmings or yard waste, Stockley Materials allows you to dump the items on their property.
We've stepped in and we take yard waste and clearing debris and people's branches and leaves and stuff, and we take those here and recycle them.
So whether you're looking to spruce up your yard or clean up your yard, Stockley Materials has you covered.
If you'd like more information on Stockley Materials, go to our website, delmarvalife.com, and click on the show tab. Up next on Delmarva Life, two local actors that have been all over the country are giving back to the school that gave them so much. How you can also lend a hand to their great cause. Delmarva Life, life at its best, here on Delmarva.